Here we go for June. It's our monthly editorial. I'd like to introduce my twin soul and higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command, Karra. She is an ambassador to the series, while I am an archivist for the command named Russ Hatfield. June's editorial is called The 5 Steps to Learning, because we saw how the process of learning a lesson can be broken down into its various steps. Karra and I had an interesting discussion about her decision-making process compared to mine. Hers won out naturally, which inspired this editorial about each of the steps going on to learn something. The real lesson comes from slowing down the process, which provides more time to choose the correct decision to learn the best lesson. For a transcript of this latest editorial, please go to our main homepage at HadesBasedNews.com. We invite you to subscribe to be kept informed of future postings on our YouTube channel from the members of Ashtar Command. Now we present the 5 Steps to Learning. Life is a series of lessons based on the changes happening to us or changes we wish to make. Each of those lessons is a 5-step process that happens faster than one realizes, so we will slow down the process and look at each of the steps in turn. The first step always starts with a concept of what it is that needs to be done from whatever prompts that initial concept. Once you've identified, all the resources needed to follow up on that concept begin to be arranged to reach a yes or no answer on whether to follow through with the concept. In a thousandth of a second, the details of what is available to make it happen come to mind in a preparation for the second step to take place. That is the debate process, which now looks at all of the pros and cons important in deciding how realistic the concept will be in becoming a reality. On one side, the debate is the part of the mind that is trying to see the concept as already finished. The other side of the debate is the part of the mind that can kill the concept before it ever gets started. Here is where things get interesting. The debate part of the process now takes in all of the factors to go back and forth on what is doable. If the concept has a financial aspect, instantly there's an audit of how costly the concept is going to affect one's finances. This becomes a question of whether something is worth the money being spent and the benefits of doing so. Next comes the debate on the time required for fulfilling the concept and if the attention that is devoted to it will be worth the end result of those valuable moments spent on the project. Entering into the debate are the other projects of equal importance that your time would be better spent on, or whether the project is a priority. And that priority is what the debate is all about. Can the time and resources needed to be justified on how the concept will affect your life? Should the concept require other people, your interaction with them in making the concept happen has to be taken into account. One of the pros and cons involving others, input in the debate from a second or third party who might provide missed options. Those are some of the factors taken into account depending on the concept, which lead to the third step of the process, making a decision. Decisions are when the debate is over and plans have to be formed to proceed to the next step. The factor at play here, again, is the element of time and how much of it is available for the decision-making process. Mere seconds can mean rushed decisions with poor planning whose outcome are most often destined for failure. The longer the time frame, the better results, though time is one factor that sometimes is the least in your control. This is where an organized mind is your biggest asset. Working out 3 options to each decision gives you the best fluidity even when time is critical. Working in the background are your spiritual guides who are constantly offering their input so often that your first instinct is usually your best option, with 2 others to give you the benefit of the most flexibility. That leads to the 4th step of the learning process, which is taking action on the decision that is being made. It is only when this phase of the process is completed that the last step takes place, which is learning from the decision made. Right or wrong are irrelevant, since learning is all that matters. There will be thousands of chances to learn the same lessons, possibly in a life where even a right decision will be tested over and over. What finally needs to be mentioned are the lessons initiated without a concept due to outside factors. These can be from people or situations with sudden decisions needing to be made. This is when the debate process starts on the way to making a decision from everything that is being presented. If it is a person, things like past lives experienced previously are influencing the options in the background. That includes karma being repaid, which also has some influence. Meanwhile, the debate comes down to the three options if possible, and now a decision takes over from the best of the three presented. Action begins from that decision, leaving only the lesson left once everything has run its course. In the seconds it takes for the entire process, a life can be changed when it is a lesson that alters the status quo. Even a simple thing like answering a want ad can be a decades-long series of lessons based on that one decision. A casual conversation on a bus may lead to a relationship that doesn't end until the end of a person's life. The one suggestion we can offer is the number of options presented through the decision-making process should be at least 3, which gives your decisions the respect they deserve. Each is significant in its own right enough that Karra has channeled that she works with 10 options whenever she can. As we like to say, well thought out decisions avoids recriminations. In love, light, and wisdom as one, Russ and Karra.